Bringing the world of Minecraft to life in a live-action movie was a major challenge. Still, the production team managed to recreate some truly amazing elements from the game. But did you know that even so, there are quite a few differences between the original and its big screen adaptation? And most of these differences are actually positive, since the movie took what was pretty simple and added a lot more detail. Piglins are one of the biggest examples of that. In the game, they're already pretty interesting. They'll attack anyone who dares to enter the Nether unless you're wearing a piece of gold armor, and they'll even give you an item if you hand them a gold bar first. But beyond that, they can't speak or interact in more complex ways. That's totally different from how the Piglins are in the movie, when they're as smart as humans and can actually talk. The best example is General Chungus, who's absolutely hilarious, and Malgosha, the villain of the movie, is another great one. There's even a young Piglin who's an aspiring artist. Too bad he got roasted before he could become a famous painter. The Piglins are also smart enough to plan battle strategies, like when they trap Steve, Henry, and Garrett on a bridge. They even bring TNT to try and blow them up, something they would never do in the game. Pretty awesome, right? And there are still tons more differences between the movie and the Minecraft game. So get comfy, it's time for another Cinewave. Endermen are some of the creepiest monsters in the game, and just looking at them makes it obvious why. Imagine you're peacefully playing Minecraft and suddenly a super tall, pitch-black figure with glowing purple eyes teleports right in front of you. And the worst part? You can't look it in the eyes, and if you do, it'll let out a terrifying scream and start teleporting like crazy to attack you. The Enderman still does all of that in the movie, but it goes even further. Now it has a super creepy new ability. Anyone who stares at it gets trapped in an illusion. This happens to Henry during the scene where he breaks into the woodland mansion, and once he snaps out of it, he fights the Enderman in a way that's very true to the game. One of the most noticeable and funny changes is that because the movie is live action, Steve and the other player characters aren't blocky. Steve is the most iconic character in the game because he's the starter avatar for players. A lot of people realized Minecraft was a game about blocks because the main character is literally made of blocks. So it's pretty funny that in the movie he was turned into a completely real-looking human. Honestly, Steve became the exact opposite of what he was in the game. After all, he's played by Jack Black, who's a little rounder than most people. It's actually pretty fair that Malgosha looked so confused when she first saw him, even asking why he was so round. The real reason? Probably because Steve loves roasted chicken cooked in lava. Creepers also got some really interesting changes, and they make a lot of sense when you think about it. In the game, they're just dangerous green creatures that chase you and explode once they get close enough. Every Minecraft player has had that awful moment of hearing a hiss, turning around, and seeing a creeper about to blow up right behind them. And it's even worse when they blow up your house. In the movie, the creepers' design was changed in a genius way. Now they look like they're made of grass, which makes them way more visually interesting. And that's actually a reference. Originally, creepers were textured with an old version of Minecraft's grass block, but over time the grass texture changed while the creepers stayed the same, so a lot of players didn't even realize the connection. What the movie did was basically update the creatures. Another difference? In the movie, creepers aren't automatically hostile, they only explode if you attack them first. Otherwise, Steve, Henry, and Garrett would have been blown to pieces the second they stepped into the creeper farm. One of the weirdest and most unexpected differences involves the Nether. In the game, the Nether is a super dangerous, terrifying dimension, and the same goes for the Nether in the movie. But there's one little thing that no one ever expected to see. Not in the game, not in any adaptation. A talent show. We find out about it when Steve tells Malgosha's backstory. As a young Piglin, she entered a Nether talent show, tried to perform a dance routine, and got booed off stage. After that, she grew to hate creativity itself, and it's pretty likely she banned talent shows entirely once she became the Piglin leader. If you think the Nether talent show should be added to the game, drop a comment below with #Nether. The Iron Golem is definitely one of the most beloved mobs in the game, since it just minds its own business and only attacks if provoked. Plus, it's an amazing bodyguard for villages and houses. In the movie, it's pretty much the same. The Golem plays the same role, protecting villages, but its look is a bit different. It's taller, has more detailed features, and its color is darker, making it look more like real iron, whereas in the game, golems are much lighter in color. It's not just the golems that look more realistic. All the iron items in the movie resemble real-life ore, while the ones in the game are much lighter in color, just like the golems. This change happens with every metal shown in the movie. The blocks themselves, and other items too, look pretty different, especially when they're shrunk down to fit into the character's hands. This also happens in the game when items are shown in the inventory bar or when they're dropped on the ground. But in the movie, they're made even smaller so they can easily fit into the actors' hands and into the square slots of the crafting tables. Now let's talk about something that's honestly a little disappointing. In the game, the evil villagers don't have a fight club. It's hard to know exactly how the movie's writers came up with the idea that the villains living in woodland mansions run a secret underground fight club where monsters brawl for entertainment, but honestly, it's genius. It's a real shame that it doesn't exist in the game too, because it fits their personalities perfectly. Just imagine, you're playing Minecraft, you step into a woodland mansion, and suddenly you're forced into a ring to battle a baby zombie riding a chicken. It would be terrifying, but also insanely fun. In Minecraft, you can build practically anything, and the movie definitely embraced the aspects of the game. Actually, it went even further. In the game, there are still some limits to creativity. After all, it's impossible to design a game where literally anything is possible. But the movie didn't have those limits, and we can see it clearly in the background, where full-blown windmills are featured. Windmills aren't naturally part of Minecraft, but it's easy to imagine Steve being the one who built them. That part makes sense. You can build windmills in the original Minecraft too. The catch is, you can't actually make them spin unless you install a mod, and that's exactly where the big difference is. The movie's windmills spin around just like real-life ones. Are you enjoying the video so far? If you are, why not hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss out on our daily content? Another super cool addition related to the Nether monsters is about ghasts. Normally, in the game, they just float around and spit fireballs, but in the movie, they're also used as flying vehicles. And funny enough, this kind of reminds fans of an upcoming Minecraft update set to release in June, where players will be able to tame a ghast and fly it around. But it's not quite the same thing. The tamed ghast becomes a happy ghast and stops attacking anyone. In the movie, the monster is used differently. It stays evil and aggressive, while piglins build wooden structures that get tied to it, like the ghasts are cruelly turned into floating air balloons. The elytra is another item that was added to the game way after launch, but the movie brought it in right away simply because it's so awesome. And thank goodness, because the flying scene where the characters escape the ghasts is hilarious. But they pull off something in the movie that's totally impossible in the game. 2 people flying together with just one elytra. Since he couldn't get his own pair of wings, Steve is forced to hop onto Garrett's back while Garrett flies. This is definitely one of those mechanics we'd love to see in the real game someday. Imagine being able to climb onto your friend's back so the 2 of you could fly with just one elytra. That would be epic! Piglins got a lot of attention in the movie, and that's why there are so many differences compared to their original game versions. And one of those changes even annoyed some hardcore Minecraft fans. In the movie, they use iron armor and weapons. Both in the movie and in the game, piglins love gold, but in the original game, they love it so much they mostly stick to using golden weapons. So it's a little strange to see them using so much iron gear in the movie, although it could have been a deliberate choice. After all, piglins are trying to invade the overworld just to steal gold. Maybe this change hints that the Nether is running out of gold, forcing them to rely on other ores. Makes sense, right? Remember that terrible scene where Malgosia stabs a baby piglin just because she caught him drawing? Well, a tiny detail during that moment adds something that normally doesn't happen. After he dies, the poor little guy disappears and drops a pork chop. It's a darkly funny moment, but here's the thing. In the actual game, piglins don't drop pork chops when they die. Only pigs do. Still, it makes a certain kind of sense for the movie to have made that change, considering piglins are pig people. Pandas haven't always been a part of Minecraft, but when the update introducing them finally came out, it was a huge hit. For a good reason. Everybody loves pandas. They're so popular that they even got a hilarious scene early in the movie where they dance around with Steve. And as you might have guessed, this is another place where the movie made a fun change because obviously pandas, and other animals, don't just start dancing around like that in the real game. Pandas can do some cute and special moves like rolling on the ground and lying down, but busting a move like they do in the movie? Yeah, that's a little much. We left 2 amazing videos right here on your screen. Just click on one of them and keep hanging out with us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.